Hello my gorgeous Aquarius, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you my beautiful, smart, intelligent Aquarius, and it's for February 2019. So it's for you my gorgeous Aquarius, and it's for February 2019. My god, my god, my god, what an amazing month you are going to have. I'm serious here. Okay, there is a certain problem you're going to need to sort out, and that certain problem you're going to need to sort out is going to come and it's going to stem from the certain person that has been scrutinizing you a little bit, that has been scrutinizing you maybe for the last couple of years, for the last 24 months. So there is going to be the situation that is just going to arise. You have got number 8, you see, as in numerology. So number 8 is telling me just this, exactly, that you are going to have a problem that you're going to need to sort out, and it's not going to be that good because this particular person is not making you feel really good, and this particular person is responsible for you feeling scrutinized for the last 24 months. But guess what? It's going to be good, because what you're going to need to do, there is no way out of the situation straight away, but just remember the way out of the situation. If you do feel scrutinized by this person, when you do feel scrutinized by this person, which is going to happen right at the end of the month, it is just basically the way out of the situation is just step back away from the situation and just go do something immediately what you like. Go do something immediate what you like connect to your family, connect to people that makes you feel really happy, people that make you feel really good. So this is exactly what you need to do. That is going to be the best way to do to protect yourself against this scrutiny. Okay, so there is a way out. You are going to come out it. You are going to come work on this problem that you have, this problem that arose a while back, but it is not going to be this time to come to an end. But this is the way to actually deal with it. What number 8 is also telling me, like, ooh la la. No. Oh God. Number 8 is telling me that this is going to be such an important month. I can't even explain it to you. It's to do with your direction. It's to do with what you are doing now. It is all about apprenticeships. It is all about taking things onto the next level. It is all about the second step. It is all about the fact that you also emotionally have been going through a lot, which I've mentioned and I'm saying now again, because you have been going through a lot emotionally. You kind of had to stop with certain things and you had to kind of pause certain things. So now emotionally you're just kind of getting back on track. You're getting your strength, you're getting your power, and that is about to give you the crystal vision indeed. And this is why all these things are going to start changing, because of this change of balance. Number 8, it's about apprenticeships and the need to actually learn. The learning need and commitment is going to become very strong. That in itself is going to make you feel really good. That in itself is going to make you feel really strong, and that in itself is going to give you all this optimism and something to look forward to. I'm not saying you didn't have anything to look forward to, please don't get me wrong, but this is just going to bring like a whole spring within you, a little spring inside you, you know. It's like a spring. Beautiful flowers are going to start growing inside you. So beautiful. The whole new passion, it's going to become strong here. The whole new passion is going to become evident here, but there is some kind of new option also going to start waving at you. At this moment, you see, by the end of the month, you're going to have a whole new option that is going to be waving at you like, hello, I'm here, you know. And this is why that new option is just going to become something that is just going to become more significant and more significant to you as the time goes by. This is going to be an important month, because I have to tell you that you are going to start something really important this month, something really significant this month, and it is going to be life-changing, my babies. And it may not even seem that significant, but it is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. And October 2019, it is going to be the direct outcome of this, what is going on now. Not a complete outcome, but the actual progress, when you will be able to see the complete progress. It's going to be October 2019. And whatever you start, because there is something very important, very important that you're going to start this month, but it is not going to seem that important at all. Perhaps it will, but I'm seeing it that it may not even seem that important, but it is just going to be like a beautiful tree that you're about to plant. Not a literal tree, literally tree, of course. You may plant a literally tree, but I'm just saying that there is some kind of manifestation here going to start. There's certain seeds you're going to plant, something you're going to start here that is going to be absolutely life-changing. Okay, and what else I was going to say, it's number 8, also means that you are about to get a crucial information this month. The crucial information that you are going to have this month, it's going to surprise you, because it's going to re-evaluate your situation, where you are, where you live, what you do. You will feel like you want to do a change, and that change in particular, like you feel very close to do, it's going to surprise you, but this is going to be really good indeed. Now, when it comes to your actual health, I need to tell you that there is a very chest. You need to watch your chest this month, okay? And also, it is going to be like a cold and flu symptoms that are going to be very strong, and maybe your top of the shoulders, your shoulders are going to be very sensitive. So try to, like, it's important to have like a really, people sometimes don't realize, but it's so important to have the correct pillow. You can't have a bad pillow. So it's just check your pillow, like for example, for the shoulders, try to not to strain too much, try to like take a breaks every now and then. But also cold and flu symptoms, your chest, it's telling me that you should do something like, try to take like a high dose of vitamin C, and also try to take like some kind of echinacea. Absolutely love echinacea, adore echinacea. But echinacea, it does take a while to work, because these are the natural herbs. But echinacea, it's a herb that you take every now and then. You take for 6 weeks, then a couple of weeks breaks, then you take again, on and off. It's a natural herb, so you don't take it all the time, because your body would get used to it, and then it wouldn't have an effect. So that's something that I recommend. But also vitamin C is very significant to take when we are having a cold, flu, and things like that. And also aloe vera juice. Aloe vera juice would be absolutely brilliant to actually drink throughout the month, because aloe vera juice is actually going to help you quite a lot when it comes to like your cold, flu, and things like that, and it just helps you so much with your immune system. Okay, so if you do go to try like echinacea, vitamin C, aloe vera juice, and if you are on any other medications, you do need to check it with your doctor or with your GP, because only your doctor and your GP can actually tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now my babies, I'm going on the first date that is going to be important for you. The first date that is going to be important for you, it's actually going to be on the 4th of February. 4th of February, it is just going to be like someone is just going to really inspire you. Someone is going to inspire you, and that person is somebody who you really look up to. That person is somebody in your life. That person is somebody who means to you a lot. That person is somebody who you think is like a volcano, like a powerful volcano of a person, and that person is going to really inspire you. And this is so good, because it is just going to give you a really interesting idea. But if you didn't know this person, then you would not have this interesting idea. And this interesting idea that you are going to have is just going to help you to burn your little light inside you, burn like a little flame inside you, burn a little candle inside you. At the same time, you're gonna like light a little candle inside you, where your passion is just going to come through, where your passion is just going to be born. And this is so good. This is going to be the beginning of you starting, if I can say like that, some kind of adventure on this particular day. And also an omen! You're gonna have your omen, my babies. You're gonna have your omen on the 4th of February. Whoa, look around you, watch around you. But this omen is also going to be so much connected to the ground, to the ground. Your omen is going to be on the ground, ground. Just look for the omen that you're going to have, and this omen is going to be so important, please. It is the ground, and it is the water. Ground and the water. Just look for the omen and see what is it going to mean to you, because this is also going to be so good. And also it is going to be very interesting realization that you are going to have at the same time, and you will want to go back into your past, you will want to go back into your childhood, because I've seen this before with you, Aquarius. It seems like there is a very important information, very important realization like waiting for you in your childhood, like, so you have to like you're gonna have to like connect to that stage of your life and see what that that is, because there is a certain little thing missing in your life now. So you need to go back to your childhood, take that out, and come back. Like, hello, I'm back. So it is so good though, because it is just going to bring you a really, 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 really wonderful balance. Okay, and when you see that omen, when you said when I said that the water and the ground is going to be connected to this omen, just remember it's so important to see what you were thinking about at the time, what is going on in your life at the time, what exactly you were thinking about at the time, and what question did you ask yourself just beforehand, what were you thinking about beforehand. It's so important to put all this together to see what this omen means. Maybe a little bird is going to be swimming in this little water that you're going to see, or maybe it's going to be the water, maybe it's going to be like a little rose that is going to make like kind of rose that is going to be like a wiggle in the wind or something, some beautiful flower or something, it could be so many different ways. And then you just see what is the symbolic meaning of this, what is the symbolic meaning of that, just see. Maybe it all depends how your omen is going to present itself to you, but you just really have to look for it. Now, the second important date is actually going to be on the 15th of February. Now, the 15th of February is going to be like a bit of a strange day, but a good day, a little bit bizarre day, but a good day. It's going to be like a little bit of like a like a little bit of a Twilight Zone. That was meant to be like a Twilight Zone, okay? Twilight Zone. So it is going to be a strange day, but it is just, it's going to be a strange day, but you will be able to you will be sharp. You will feel sharp, but it's still going to be strange. I don't know how to explain. It's really bizarre. It's really strange. It's really different. But at the same time, you will have your little hermit moment. Okay, so hermit moment, it's also going to make you feel like a little bit unbalanced, just a little bit unbalanced. And that unbalance is, of course, your spirit guides and your angels are going to be like, come on, come over, come over, come over. This is why you're going to be so unbalanced, because your spirits and your angels are going to try to kind of get you back, to take a little bit of time out, maybe for an hour or 2 hours, or maybe just half an hour on that day, and maybe the whole day. It all depends on you. But what is going to happen when you take a time out? So you need to spend the time with yourself for at least half an hour. But what is going to happen on this particular day? You're going to realize a little danger. You're going to realize a tiny little danger. It's going to come to you. There's a certain person that is creating a little danger in your life, and you're just going to kind of realize who this is, and you're just kind of going to have to realize what you're going to do and how you're going to approach this situation. It's just somebody who's in your life, or somebody who's part of your life that is just doing something what they shouldn't be doing, and you're just going to kind of be thinking about, and other people are going to be connected to this situation, and this is all going to be the part of your realization. And also you're going to be awake to an unknown danger when it comes to the certain person. Okay, and what else I was going to say is just basically also by the end of that day, on the 15th of February, you're going to have a really nice idea. Okay, a really nice idea, really good idea. And you're going to be wondering, sorry, if it's a good idea or not. It's indeed a really good idea. Okay, now the third important date that I'm going to say, one more thing that I was going to say, especially when it comes to like your spirit guides, and especially when it comes to this moment when we feel like a little bit withdrawn, and especially when it comes to the actual moments when we are like in touch with your spirit guides, with our guardian angels, when we are seeing omens and things like that. Please, I really think it's really important for you to wear like a lapis lazuli throughout the actual February, even March. It's going to be very important for you to wear lapis lazuli. This comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. But I highly think that you should actually wear this throughout February and even March, because of this very strong connection with the spirits and your spirit guides. And what this lapis lazuli does, it helps you to strengthen this connection. It helps this connection to be even stronger. At the same time, it protects you, but it makes your third psychic eye even more enhanced, and you are able to kind of get the messages, and you are able to receive the messages. And sometimes there are messages all around us, but it depends on the balance and depends how tuned in we are. So lapis lazuli helps us a lot to the actual tune in with the energies and just get the right informations that are waiting for us out there from our spirit guides, guardian angels, and things like that. So I highly recommend you to wear lapis lazuli throughout February and March indeed. So now What else I was going to say, the third important day, my beautiful babies, is actually going to be 25th of February. Now the 25th of February, it's actually going to be the continuation of the 15th of February. I said that there is going to be some kind of design idea that you are going to have. So now the 25th of February, it's actually going to bring you, this is going to be the actual continuation of this. This is going to kind of still come back, and the second part of this 15th of February that I said, the second part of that is going to happen, is going to continue on the 25th of February. Now this is really important because the whole new plan is going to become evident here. The whole new plan is going to start manifesting itself on this day. So this is going to be good, but it's also going to make you realize that you need to be brave. You will need to be brave in order to move on. You will need to be brave in order to do this. You will need to be brave in order to start this. You will need to be brave, and just remember me telling you, just be brave, because if you're not brave, you're already blocking half of yourself with these thoughts, negative thoughts in your mind that are actually making you less successful than you could possibly be. So this is why you need to be kind of change your way of thinking, so you put that cloudness away. You need to be brave because it's going to be absolutely brilliant, and also it's a lot to do with what you do, it's a lot to do with what you've done, and your practical knowledge, it's actually going to become very significant here indeed. Okay, so now my beautiful baby is going on the first part of February 2019. Oh, it is all about your power. You're going to feel very energetic. You're going to feel very powerful. You're going to have a whole new focus. Now, this is the month of power. This is the month of focus. This is the month of balance. This is the month of vigilance. This is the month of your emergence. And this is the month of invocation. Whatever you do, whatever you kind of focus on, whatever you make, whatever you start, it's going to grow like huge. So important indeed. This is all about victory and mental clarity. Okay. I'm not going to lie to you. There is a little bit of like a sad situation that you're going to have to deal with, and it's to do with your own heartbreak, and that heartbreak is just involving somebody else, involving certain person in your life, and you doing something that is just going to make you feel a little bit sad, or it's going to kind of put your mind back to some kind of past that is just making you feel really emotional, make you feel a bit low. But that's absolutely that's absolutely fine. We that's absolutely fine, but it's just that sometimes we need to go through these feelings, we need to go through these emotions in order for our spirit to grow, in order for our spirit to evolve. And this is exactly what is going to happen here. Your spirit still needs to evolve a little bit when it comes to the certain situation, when it comes to your emotions. That in itself is going to make you feel like a very indecisive. When we're indecisive when it comes to our emotions, please get a blue lace agate. You see this blue lace agate, this is absolutely gorgeous crystal. Look how beautiful this is. Okay, and this comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. And this beautiful blue lace agate crystal is also going to help you quite a lot, and especially when it comes to like going through emotional things, emotional problems, when we are very deep, when we feel very spiritual, on one hand, but very deep when it comes to our emotions, but especially when certain parts of our lives become very evident when it comes to our emotions and certain people, and when it's quite difficult to kind of grasp, then blue lace agate is absolutely brilliant, because it's just going to help you kind of like to with the balance. It's going to help you to say the right things, and it's going to help you to stay centered instead of like kind of like instead of a murky waters around you. It helps you like to have things crystal clear. It helps you to have to see things crystal clear, but it also helps you to express yourself, to say the right things and things like that. And for concentration, it's absolutely brilliant. So this is something that I highly recommend you to wear also throughout February and March as well. It's going to be quite significant for you. Okay, and obviously to buy this, the link is in the description below. So what else I was going to say, so this is going to give you like an indecisive situation, and you're going to be thinking about something, and first it's not going to make sense, but then you're going to be like, okay, it doesn't matter, just remember not to be stubborn, not to be stubborn, not to be stubborn. The key here is not to be stubborn. Okay, and karmically this is going to be quite important for you as well. And also the new ending, this is going to be an important ending that is going to come come through, and this is so important for you because you can't move on with your life. You can't focus on things in your in your life if you don't sort this out. So this is why this is going to be really good, and at the same time, because there is a change going to start happening after this moment, it is a certain adventure. This is the beginning of the certain adventure, and that adventure that is beginning here, it's you having a new start, you having a new beginning when it comes to what you do, when it comes to what you focus on, when it comes to you making money, when it comes to your career, when it comes to that side of life, and that balance is going to be almost a new option is coming through, almost new option is going to happen, new option is going to manifest, and it's going to become like an adventure, which is brilliant. But also you must not run into decisions. You must not make a decision straight away then and there. Just to remember that if you're unsure about something, just take a little bit of a couple of days out, think about it, and then go back to it. Do not rush into decisions, please. Also, this is a very strongly I'm seeing here, but it's a lot to do about your practicality and security indeed. Now, going to the second part of February 2019, you know, you have got literally a little bit of everything now this month. It is a swift change that you are going to have, especially when it starts, you know, with your life in general. Now, this is the time when you're going to have to feel it. When you're going to feel it, this is the time when you're going to completely sense it. This is the time when you're going to be very, very intuitive about your life, about things in your life. You'll be very open-minded, and you will kind of feel very close to like making certain changes, and you're going to feel very exciting indeed. But there is this certain judgment that you're going to need to make. So it is just something that judgment that you're going to need to make, that it's very, very important, because karmically there is a boom boom here, and if it's a karmically boom boom here, which means that you're still holding on to someone, you're being very not naughty, but you are very angry with someone still, and you need to forgive and forget. I'm sorry, I know sometimes it's really hard, I know it's easy for me to say, there's so much can be going on, so much could have happened, but you need to remember this is such an important time. It's unbelievable. You need to remember to forgive to this person, because you're holding on to someone, and that energy is very strong, that energy is very powerful, and that energy is very heavy, and that energy is preventing you to fly and preventing you to kind of go with that swift change full on. So you can't go with a swift change full on until you forgive and forget to this person who still you're kind of holding on to. So try to see who this is and try to forgive and forget in your mind, and at the same time you're just going to release yourself. You're going to free yourself from these heavy chains that this person have created. Okay, also the moment that you're going to have the mid February is going to bring a very strong nostalgia, but when it comes to the people in your life, when it comes to the people from your childhood, when it comes to the people who you know for a really long time, when it comes to the people in your life, a very strong nostalgia, you know. But this is really good because there is a particularly someone who you really know really well, someone from your childhood or someone who you know for such a long time, and you think that they're really wise, you think that they're really amazing, you think that they're very interesting, you think that they're very clever. Someone has got a life-changing information for you. Somebody's going to tell you something. That person is going to tell you something that is going to change your life. That person is going to give you information. That person is going to give you a sign. That person is going to be a major turning point when it comes to you, because that person is going to tell you something, and it's going to be like an idea thing, and it's just going to be absolutely life-changing, and at the same time it's going to give it a whole new vision. It's going to take a while, it's going to take some time, but it's going to come most certainly from this person. It's most certainly going to be life-changing, and there is a certain element of luck that is also connected to this situation. Okay, so now the third part of February, it's actually going to bring the satisfaction in. The satisfaction that is going to bring in the certain part of February is going to be quite important for you, and it's just going to kind of require from you it's just about a certain stage in your life when it comes to your progress, like about maybe when it comes to the certain parts of your work, certain parts of your business, certain parts of your finances. There is a little dissatisfaction that you're going to have, but you're going to need a little bit of advice here. There is some kind of important person that is going to give you an advice here, some kind of owner, some kind of leader energy around this person, and it's going to be really, really good. It's so important. It's just someone really wise in your life, someone really wise in your life, like maybe like a father figure, or like someone really, really wise, like an older person, older male. It's just going, and it's like some kind of leader. It might not be necessarily your leader in general, but it may be leader, like a business person having a business. It all depends. It's that energy. Well, that person is going to give you an advice, so you're going to have a really wonderful realization through that person. The realization is going to make you contemplate a little bit, but ooh la la, the turning point coming through, the turning point coming forward. You have gotten a crazy month. This is the month of changes. This month your life will change. There is no doubt about it. This turning point that you are going to have, it's actually going to happen just out of the blue. You're just going to be like doing something, you'll be walking somewhere, something like that, and then happen. I think you're going to be outside and something really strange is going to happen. There's a tree going to be like a nearby tree, maybe nature, it depends, and then you're going to see something is going to happen, and it's going to kind of require from you to react really quickly, like a turning point, and that is just going to make you realize something absolutely life-changing here. Also, when it comes to money, oh my goodness, there is an inheritance I'm seeing here. Inheritance at the end of the month. It's either going to come through straight away then, or you're going to be made aware, you're going to be made, someone is going to let you know something about inheritance indeed. If you haven't got a family, or you haven't got anyone to give you inheritance or leave you inheritance, then you are most certainly going to kind of hear about someone owing you some kind of money, or some kind of money is going to come forward, but other people are also going to be connected to it indeed. And this is it, there's an inheritance that you are going to get, and this is going to be really good for you, and also it's going to help you at the same time to kind of deal with a certain burden. So suppose there was a certain amount of money that you needed in order to deal with a certain burden, and this is the burden that is there to scrutinize you. This is the burden, you see, that scrutinizing person, you see there's some kind of money even connected to that person, and materialistic things as well. The person that I said is going to scrutinize you, and this is the thing that you are going to kind of deal with that person, and it is just going to be kind of step in the right direction. Indeed, one step at a time, one bit at a time. Okay, what else I was going to say is like at the end of February, it's also going to bring a very, very strong instinct in you. When it comes to the whole month, especially the last week of February, it's going to be like absolutely amazing when it comes to your instinct, because your instinct is going to be so strong. Your instinct is going to be so powerful. Your instinct is going to be so significant that it's going to actually help you to reach for something. Your instinct is actually going to make you aware something very, very interesting, and it's going to help you to reach for something that you wouldn't normally reach for, which means that you're going to start feeling connected to something very different. You're going to start feeling connected to the certain stage in your life that you really want to change so much, and you're going to like it. You're going to like this a lot, because it's a lot to do with you. It's a lot to do with the way of your living, with the way you live. It's a lot to do with the people in your life, and it's a lot to do with your spirituality in general. Okay, so now my beautiful Aquarius says, I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to connect to those of you that are actually in relationship. Ooh, I'm already feeling this. This is going to be a really big month. Here we go. This is going to be a huge month for people in relationship. Absolutely huge month for people in relationship. Look at this, you see? Tap, tap, tap. And that's a devil, but it's upside down. How good is this? This is the devil, but it's upside down. How good is this? Okay, so now basically, which means that there's a certain worry that you had. There's a certain worry that you had about your partner. It is actually going to be really, really good. Certain problems that you thought that they're going to arise, certain problems that you thought they're going to kind of start manifesting, especially related to maybe recent changes. You see, you were worrying about the recent changes. challenges, you were worrying about your partner, you were worrying about the way things are going to develop, you were worrying about if everything is okay, you did something really big, you did a huge step, or you were talking about the huge step, that huge step started to happen, and you were just worrying if it's going to be okay. Well, let me just tell you, it's going to be absolutely fine. That's why this little devil, it's absolutely upside down here. Thank God for that. But I'm going to also tell you that this is just going to be so important, because there is going to be a really important moment you are going to have this month, and this important moment is just going to bring you so close together. A beautiful harmony. Maybe perhaps lately it has been a little bit of arguments, a little bit of bickering, a little bit of stroppiness, like, and things like that. But this month is just going to be so good, because something so beautiful is going to happen, and that beautiful thing that's going to happen is going to change your relationship forever. Okay, but in a good way indeed. It's going to bring you closer together, and it will also want you to make something really big, both of you together. And also, this is going to be the month of change. This is going to be the month of readjustment, regeneration, and this is going to be the month of rebirth. This is going to be so important, because it's also going to make you realize that you are going to need to do a little adjustment, readjustment when it comes to your partner. Also, this is going to be an important month, because your partner is going to be going through the learning process, an important learning process and learning experience your partner is going to have this month. Very, very important learning experience indeed. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to connect to those of you that are actually single. Okie dokie, those of you that are single. And that's for February 2019. Aquariuses that are single. Okay. This is Aquariuses that are single. Now, this is going to be a very interesting month, but it's just basically you're really going to have an option, and there is this person going to appear out of nowhere, and you will have an option whether you're going to have some fun with this person or not. We're going to take this person seriously or not, but this person is not going to be the right person at all. Basically, the bottom line is that, you know, I mean, I can't tell you what to do exactly, but I'm just saying that to be a little bit careful, because there is someone going to appear around you, and that person is not going to be the right person for you whatsoever. But it's just kind of your intuition is going to be really strong, and you are going to be able to single this person out. But also, on another hand, the reason why this is happening, and the reason why you're going to be under a little test, it's also somebody is still kind of part of your mind, and somebody is still like part of your mind, and you need to really kind of let that person go. This month it's all about you kind of realizing who you're still holding on to. Maybe you saw someone not that long ago that you liked, and it's not the right person. No, baby, no. Or maybe you ended up with someone a few months ago or some time ago, and maybe you're still thinking, hoping something. No, baby, no, don't even go there. Or maybe it was just somebody who, like, you had a relationship with for a really long time, and now you're just suddenly going to feel very close to that person, because it's going to be quite important months where you're going to emotionally feel charged and recharged. It's going to confuse you a little bit. So it may be like somebody from the past that is going to try to come back into your life, but it's more like in your mind. So it's really important. The whole point of me saying this to you, please try to kind of say goodbye in your mind to that person that is no longer meant to be there. It is just the realization that is so important that you have to like kind of let that person go. So it's all about you letting this person go, and as soon as you let this person go, then you're going to allow somebody else to come in. This month is going to be so important, so spiritual advanced indeed, and that's where you're going to be able to do all these things, like with your mind. Your mind is going to be very strong. Your mind is going to be very powerful. Your intuition is going to be very strong. You're going to be very psychic throughout the month indeed. So that's what this is going to be so important for you to realize, that it's time to let that person go. Whether you realize this or not, you're subconsciously still holding on to this person. So that person needs to go. This is what you need to realize, who this is, who you're still holding on to, and you're not meant to. So important, because at the same time you do this, you're at the same time going to allow a new love or a new lover to come through. Okay, my beautiful Aquarius, I love you to bits. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos, and I'm sending you brightest blessings, love and light. Okay, my babies, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.